presents a Kult Divinity Lost actual play of The Shunned. This actual play contains mature themes and descriptions of situations that may be disturbing. Products of the illusion, horror, and con are not suitable for anyone under the age of 18. The content warnings listed in the description are not exhaustive and may not cover all sensitive topics explored in gameplay. Listener discretion is advised. Please note that the views and opinions expressed by characters during this actual play do not necessarily reflect the views of the individual player, the Illusion Horror Con, its organizers, sponsors, or partners. For more information about the convention or any events associated with the Illusion Horror and Con, please visit our website or join us on Discord. Links are in the description. Thank you for listening, and enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Illusion Horror and Con actual play series of the Kult Divinity Lost scenario, The Shunned. This is part 8 and part 7, not part 8, part 7. If this is the first one you're seeing, maybe you stop it right here and go listen to the other episodes first, so that you can get the whole story. I have with me here my players. I will be GMing for the evening. My players are Valentine and Mal. Valentine, if you want to introduce yourself and your character for tonight and how you're feeling.
I'm Valentine. I'm going by Given the Radio Guy on the socials, and I am playing Dwayne McLean, a corrupt police officer who is rather anxious at the moment because he sees a very good chance to get out of this criminal trail he's been leaving in the name of Jessica Inzio.
Mm-hmm. Great. And Mal.
I'm Mal. You can find me in the Illusion Horror and Con Discord usually. I'm always looking for a cult game to play. I'm playing Toby Hovet, who is relieved to be reunited with his brother, but still desperate to get out of the situation that him and Dwayne find themselves in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, before we started recording, we did have, if you're keeping track, we did have Toby heal 1 point of stability, for seeing his brother finally after so long. So, but right now, the two of you, Dwayne and Toby, you are in a car in a sort of hidden spot, probably outside the parking lot of Inzio Construction. And you can see the building. It's a probably 5 to 6 story building, one of the more modern and larger buildings in Devonsport. And you can see in the window of a corner office is Jessica Inzio, standing there and sort of looking out in the distance, looking out over Devonsport. It is probably around 7 or 8 in the evening, and it's still during the winter, so it got dark a number of hours ago. There's a light fog that is sort of meandering around the building, and You just saw the fog go over the window, sort of obscure Jessica briefly. And you could have sworn that when you saw her again, it actually didn't look like her. It was a monstrous form, a big hulking monstrous form with a long tongue. Just frankly disgusting and scary. But the fog rolled over again, and Jessica was back. She looks normal. And again, she's standing at the window and just kind of looking out. The two of you, what are you doing? Are you chatting with each other? Are you keeping to yourselves? What's going on in this stakeout in the car?
I'll just give Toby a look like, did you see the same thing? But for some reason, I'm not that surprised.
Well, Toby is surprised. He's in a little bit of shock at what he just saw. He's wondering how they're gonna survive this, basically.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, yeah, I saw it.
Right.
Yeah, it shouldn't be possible.
Well, these entire few days are something that shouldn't have been possible. But hey, man, this will bring Cam back.
Will it?
Well, we did have an agreement.
He's not the same.
You know, the way I see it, that lady, Grace, is not holding him by force, but she's holding him somehow. And if we have made our deal correctly and voiced it right, she should let him go.
Fingers crossed.
Well, we have only the straws to grab onto, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, there's no other choice, really.
Better than nothing.
How are we going about this today? I understand we have to get next time, but how are we doing this?
Well, I mean, my initial idea was we're waiting till the dawn breaks, more or less, and we'll just feign panic, barge in, tell about, like, there's a cult that's planning to kill you, let's go. And then, well, Grace said we'll know what we have to do.
Okay.
If
All right.
you have other options, I will listen to you, because you obviously have more experience in such thing.
I don't have experience with this shit. This is beyond me. No, you're right. We wait till dawn. We barge in. That's the better plan. After seeing how she looks, I don't want to involve my uncle anymore. It just seems like a risk.
Yes, this is the reason why I turned off my phone. To keep the daughter safe. Just in case. You have any idea about what that weapon is?
No.
Well,
That's
we're going to be
suspicious
mighty
as fuck.
surprised. Right, then. The main task for now is not falling asleep.
fake out it is.
Yeah, I don't think that falling asleep is something we will need to bother about for the foreseeable future at all.
Okay. So, Dwayne, I have this right. You did turn off your phone.
Yes, as soon as we saw that Carol was calling and sending messages, I decided to just turn it off and pretend that our story was more or less true.
Right.
You know, fainting, the phone being off, that sort of thing.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Toby. Well, both of you. First of all, you sit there in the car and you watch. Jessica will go back, well, step away from the window, assuming she goes back to her desk to do some work. You also see some other lights on in the building. Looks like there's a couple of other people possibly working late. So we'll say it's about 9 o'clock at night now. Toby, you get a call on your phone. And it's your uncle. It's Philip Dapperton.
I pick it up.
Okay. Toby, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm doing the case like you told me to. I'm following the lead. I'm with Dwayne. If you've noticed, we've both been gone for a while because we're investigating the other suspect.
Yes, I
That
noticed.
that is what is going on. I just want you to know I didn't go on a bender or anything. There was just a chink in the case. He got hurt, was in the hospital. We were in Seattle. We're making our way back. Don't worry. We're gonna come back.
The investigation led you to Seattle. Whatever for?
We were following a suspect. I wrote his name down. Let me the pretty much mixed up. We were following another kid because we think that there was a group connected for the school shooting. Like this just six fucked up people planning shit like this. And we were investigating in Seattle because one of the suspects we found lived there. But Dwayne got hurt and he was in the hospital. I can tell you some more right now. I'm kind of panicking right now. Just give me a day, and while we make our way back and while I calm down, I will get to you with an update.
Oh, Jesus Christ! So Dwayne is in a hospital in Seattle, and you're with him.
Yeah.
And this is, and you've found evidence that it was a group of kids who did this?
I didn't say kids. It was a group. I think it was a cult. They're fucked up. Honestly, we're on our way back because I think your boss might be in trouble. I think there's a cult going around.
Okay.
I need you to be safe and sit tight, especially with that symbol that was on your house. So I need you to stay where you are, stay locked in your house, safe. Until I come with an update.
Yes, of course. A cult. Oh my, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a lot.
Okay. Look, you need to tell me you need to tell me when you get back, because
I will.
Jessica has been breathing down my fucking neck. Excuse my French. I just, Toby,
Yeah, he's about to be discharged. We're gonna see that. I will let you know.
Okay, because she. Okay, so right. I will let her. I will let her know then. Okay. And the symbol on my house means that they're going after me?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know cult shit. I just know the cult has that symbol, and I'm scared for you. I'm gonna be so honest.
Okay. But I appreciate that, Toby. I appreciate that. Okay.
Like I said, Dwayne's getting discharged, and we're gonna make our way back. I'm gonna speed back over. It's like a couple hours a drive, so
Right.
hopefully soon I'll be back. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I all right. I'm gonna. Okay. Just call me when you get back, okay? And I will.
Well,
I'll be up. Don't worry. Don't worry about. I'll be up.
yeah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
And he hangs up.
Oh, a joke.
Oh, we got more people to advocate our story that we have going on.
Oh, yes. This is why I say good job.
Okay. As you guys are talking to each other, you see Jessica sort of pacing around her office. You kind of see her come into view in the window and maybe go out of view and back and forth. And she is on a cell phone. And as she's speaking and pacing around, she is very animated and she looks quite mad.
Look who upset her.
Hmm? Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I said, look who upset her.
Hmm. Yeah, looks that way.
Well, the main thing right now is not to care about her feelings, but to just stake out, look where she's going, if she's going anywhere, and if luck has it, she'll stay there until the dawn.
Hopefully, luck is on our side.
Okay. You continue to watch her. And yeah, she ends her phone call. And she continues to pace around a little bit. And then she leaves the view of the mirror. Some time passes. And you see her return to the window. This time she has an interesting look on her face. She looks as though she heard a a loud noise outside, and she's searching for where it came from. So she's looking very, almost frantically out the window at something she heard or maybe felt.
I'm just sliding down a little.
Yeah, I'm just gonna duck down in my seat.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not able to be seen.
Yeah. She doesn't seem to see you, but she does look out. You know the direction that she's looking at. She's looking towards Devonsport town proper. And you see her take out her cell phone again. And at this point, she's speaking into her cell phone and she's just staring very intently towards Devonsport proper. And then in the distance, you start to hear police sirens.
Oh, goodness gracious. And speaking of, we didn't hear or notice or feel in any other way anything when she started looking.
No, you guys didn't feel anything.
Is the noise of the police cars getting louder, like closer, or is it getting further away?
They were getting closer for a little bit, but they are no longer getting closer. It sounds like they've actually stopped. And then the sirens have gone quiet.
All right.
And I'm looking at the time, just in case.
So now it's about 10 o'clock.
Well, shit. If they come closer, I think, get in, they might block us from reaching Jessica. They're out there probably blocking the way for the cult or whatever Ken is doing. It's kind of dangerous if they come closer.
You think they're blocking the cult? You think the cops are working for Jessica?
This will sound very much big-headed, but I don't think that I know that. Even if she wasn't whatever bullshit she is, she's the most powerful person in the city. Of course, she can just wave her hand and the entire police squad would be at her doors.
Wow, that might make this harder. Hopefully none come here, or hopefully none come.
Well, if anything, I feel like I can distract them just a little bit. Enough for you to find the way inside.
Okay.
We'll have to improvise if anything now goes wrong.
I feel like you've been improvising this whole time.
I'm just hoping Ken out there is not going to storm a group of armed people.
I don't know. He's on some anti-government bullshit right now. I don't know what's going on with him.
Well,
if this was before, I would say no, but I don't know.
I'm just hoping. After all, we're generally doing this for Ken. Get him out of whatever bullshit he's in. But they were going for some sort of weird ritualistic stuff. My hopes are he's somewhere like chanting naked under the moon or whatever.
Yeah, that's my hope too.
And yes, Dwayne is saying that, but he's becoming more and more visibly nervous.
Oh, so is Toby. So yeah, he is too. Yeah, Grace, he he doesn't even know what to say. I think he stops for a minute after he says her name. I don't think Grace is the singing naked peacefully under the stars type. She's she seems to find violence fun. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, look at Eric and that whole deal she had going on with him.
I don't know, it didn't look like she was finding fun the violence itself. She looked more dismissive about it, at least in my
She was
opinion.
I guess what I mean is that she was supporting the violence. She was the reason it was able to happen.
Yeah, she gave the tools. But I
Yeah.
feel like the main reason he became violent was that Dubois guy. Whatever he
Yeah.
did to the boy, it just pushed him down this road, and she just had the tools to give.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Ken didn't look violent. Like, sure,
No.
he had some anarchistic ideas, but he wasn't running around shooting people. And in
If
his
she told him
mind,
to, he would.
in his mind, Dwayne just adds yet.
Yeah. If she told him to, he would. I I just know if she wanted it to happen, it would happen.
You know, and Dwayne's looking to where Jessica was. Besides doing something good to try and help Ken, we're doing such a stupid thing right now. Because we have a known evil and an unknown evil, and like two idiots, we're choosing the form.
I mean, Jessica is a known evil for you, I'm assuming. She isn't a known evil for me.
We might just make things worse.
In my opinion, well, not in my opinion, in this whole situation of known and unknown evil, Grace would probably be my known evil and Jessica my unknown. I don't know
What do you
Jessica.
know about Grace?
What do you know about Jessica?
I know that she's very ambitious, that she does not care for human lives, and she has a lot of those behind her belt. If the easier way to get rid of the person rather than negotiate with them, she will choose to get rid of that person. In other words, Jessica Inzio is a cruel tyrant.
Well, I could say the same about Grace, but the only difference is she makes you happy about doing what you do for her.
Yeah, I gotta admit that's creepier.
Yeah. Is it? I don't know.
I think that losing your mind and thinking that, harming others, killing people is just good and fun isn't that good, actually.
No, I don't think it is either, but is doing it and knowing it's wrong, but still doing it any better?
Maybe somewhat. At least you have your conscience intact.
Mm, I
And hey,
suppose.
look at me. I'm currently sitting there trying to get rid of the person who is bombarding my conscious with all sorts of things. I don't think that if I would like that, I would be going against her.
What what did Jessica do to you that pissed you off so badly? You seem to jump at the chance to get rid of her.
Well, it was small things at first. You know, close your eyes at this, not go there. Just, small things that she would pay a little bit for. Nothing people would notice, and you know how it goes with the snowball and whatnot. Those requests have been becoming more and more cruel, illegal, and not very ethical, to say the least. And
Okay.
eventually you started understanding that you cannot say no to her because she knows she has too much on you. Those little things, they just grow and becomes more and more of those. And if you say no to her, she can just unravel it, and your life and the lives of your family is going to be ruined. It is coming from way back, and it's way, way too much. She went way too far.
How?
Well, there are people that will never be found because of her.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And maybe if
The
she's out
people
of
who
the
say
way,
no.
yes. And maybe if we can deal with her, at least we can make sure that their families and their friends will have some sort of closure.
Maybe.
So yes, that I know of Jessica Inzio. For me, that is the known evil. Is Grace any better?
No. No, she's not any better.
Oh shit.
But I mean, she comes through on her deals. I guess that's the only difference.
Well, you got paid. You know that so does this Inzio lady.
I'm not talking about getting paid. I'm just talking about, you know how we have the deal if we do this, I get Ken back and she just lets us go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the deal. She made a deal with Eric that he would have the world he wanted. She I don't know if she made a deal with Ken or not, but the point I'm making is she comes through on the deals you lay out with her, the deals you agree with her. Um, I'm not. It's not always money. People want different things.
Have you dealt with her before?
Didn't know it was her I was dealing with. I thought I was going crazy for a bit, with the alcohol and the drugs that I was hallucinating.
Oh, yeah, I know. Times I had to get you out of the jail.
Mm.
What did she offer?
Man, Dwayne, I don't want to talk about that shit. I was drunk, saying stupid shit, and I was upset. I don't want to get into details. It's just that's over and that's done with. And hopefully once we do this, this will be over.
You didn't have anything to do with Ken disappearing, right?
With Ken, no.
Oh,
I
thank
was
God.
shocked he was gone. Yeah, no. You think I would make a deal for Ken? No, never.
I think that we do say and wish for things when we are drunk and high that we wouldn't wish for otherwise.
Question to the GM: did Grace get anything out of our deal that we made before? Like, I know what I got, but did she get anything out of that?
Not that you know of.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'll turn to Dwayne. Yeah, no. To tell you the truth, I don't exactly know what she got out of it. I mean, she just did me a favor, if you can call it that. I don't see how it benefited her, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. She just watched.
Well, it does. She's now in your better graces.
Oh, she's not my any good grace we had was gone when I found out she was behind Kid disappearing.
But look, you are telling me that she's good for it, that she will keep her promise.
Oh,
Maybe that was her like insurance for the future.
maybe. What made her pick me and Kid? What makes her pick any of the people that she picks for her deals?
I have no fucking idea.
I would hate to think that I'm as fucked as Eric.
I feel like, and don't take it the wrong way, but you, Eric, and Ken have one thing in common, at least that I know of. It is certain desperation. You're not getting help. Ken wasn't getting help. And neither did Eric. We all went through something horrible, and no one's doing anything about it. And then she swoops in like an angel.
True. Okay. I could see how we're similar in that way.
That's not good. That's predatory, very much so. You know, maybe maybe one monster at a time, eh?
Yeah, one monster at a time.
Is our monster still there?
She is actually not at the window at this point. You don't see her anymore. But as you've been talking, you didn't notice before, but now that the conversation has wound down a little bit, you do hear police sirens again. And they are now coming closer. And they continue to get closer.
Fuck, how are we gonna deal with this?
How about we fuck out of the car and try to hide?
Okay. It won't be weird that your car's just in this parking lot.
As far as I remember, we weren't on the parking lot. We were somewhere down the street.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
So-
okay.
yeah. I think you guys, yeah, you hid the car. I'll say you hid it well enough. I mean, you're a police officer. You'd
So are they.
be true, true.
True.
But I mean, yeah, it's your decision what you want to do. But yeah,
Okay,
your
we
car
can-
is not visible from the parking lot necessarily, unless they were to like shine a light in your direction.
Or unless they're going to search the place.
Correct.
Yeah, we can foot it. We can
So
oh God. I
We
hope they
can-
don't search around.
we could get out and try to hide until the dawn breaks. Or we can slowly make our way inside, still a little bit panicky, and just try to talk Jessica's ears off until the dawn breaks.
What time is it again?
Yeah,
So
we'll
now
have to talk
it's-
about 5 hours.
So it is now getting close to around 11 now.
Yikes. Yikes. I just feel like she's gonna. I mean, yeah, I guess we don't really have a choice with the police coming. We should. What are we gonna try to say to her? We gotta have a story straight. Like, what's the story that we're feeding her?
How about the very story that happened minus that we made a deal?
Okay.
We have
Minus
a lot
that
of
we made a
things
deal.
to tell her.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
Still, when does usually the dawn break? It's December, so I think we will have so much time until
So much time.
sunrise.
We'll say it's around 7 or 8 a.m. probably.
7 hours of talking.
Yeah.
We can do both. We can hide a little and then make our way closer if the police is there.
Okay, we got this.
Okay, so
We
what
already
exactly
look haggard.
what exactly do you guys want to do? Where do you want to go?
I guess we're going inside.
Okay.
Slowly making our way inside.
Maybe it will depend heavily on whether or not police is going to be in our immediate vicinity. Like if we're seeing that there are sirens and police cars coming our way and they're not willing to stop somewhere, then we should go inside. If they stop somewhere down the road, then maybe we have a little bit of time before going inside to just have the stakeout.
Okay. So you are
Oh.
leaving the car right now?
I think yes. Part of me wanted to get it out of here, park it somewhere further from this place, but I just don't want to leave Jessica out of sight. We'll lie something about it if it comes to that.
Joanne, I know you turned your phone off, but your daughter might be one of the police out right now. You might want to text her to fall back.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I'm a little bit worried that she will start asking questions and this will provoke her to come closer.
I mean, it's a whole bunch. I mean, there's a bunch of them. So, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be her. So,
The sirens
think-
are now very, very close. They sound like they're about a street away.
okay. Into the
You know
building we
what?
go.
Let's go. If it comes
Yeah.
to that, I will just go out and speak in person.
Okay.
Okay.
Not nervous at all.
Okay, so you guys are trying to sneak inside the building, or are you hiding out somewhere around to see what the police are doing?
Oh, they
So
are
just to
approaching.
just to let you know, so the building surrounding the building, there's some trees around. Like it's not forest by any means. It's very pruned and manicured, but there are some trees and bushes, and they've made it look very, nice and neat. But there are places to hide if you wanted to hide outside the building initially.
I'm thinking that we could just barge in, panicking. We wouldn't have to fake it much, and just go around telling that she's in danger and we need to get her out. What do you think, Toby?
Yeah. I think that's the best idea because I'm worried that these cops have been called to protect her, and I'm worried about her being surrounded
Exactly
by
that.
people willing to protect her. So I think we should get in first before the police. And yeah, we should go in acting like you said,
The
like,
way we feel.
yeah, the way we feel. How we should go in.
Well, this is going to be believable. Let's bolt it then.
Okay.
Out of the car,
Right.
and I'm going to be almost running towards the HQ.
Okay. So you start to run, and you don't see the police car yet, but you definitely hear it. Although, right as you right as you get to the outside, like the front headquarters doors, the sirens are they're no longer going continuously. They kind of just do a, whoop, 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 as if they're quieting as they get closer to the building. The door, it's a glass double door, very classy, very fancy. This leads into a sort of reception area where there's chairs and a reception slash security desk. And this front door, you do not need a key card in order to get through. But you run in the building, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Dwayne and Toby?
Yep.
Okay. So you run in and you see that there are a couple doors around the reception that do have key card keypads on them. There is a security person at the desk, and he looks at, I guess Dwayne seems to be the first one in. Are you wearing a uniform or are you wearing plain clothes?
No, we changed because we were all dirty after
That's right.
all that stuff.
Yeah, so you're wearing plain clothes. Yeah, you run in and he says, "Sir, how may I help you? It's very late here. Are you looking for somebody?"
Yeah. Did I ever see this person before? Like, did we exchange words when I was going to Jessica?
That's interesting, actually. Can you roll a influence other, and let's see if you know him. Ooh.
I
No.
absolutely don't. That's a 3.
Yeah, he must be a new guy. Or he works the night shift and maybe you haven't come here this late at night for a long time. But yeah, he sees you run in and he sees Toby run in behind you and he sort of like half gets up from his chair and you can see that he is armed and he kind of puts his hand on his holstered gun. Excuse me, gentlemen, what are you doing in here?
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My name's Toby Hovek. My uncle's Philip Dapperton. He probably just called Miss Jessica. We just got back from Seattle. Can you please let her know we're here? She'll probably know. My uncle probably called her.
Sorry for the plain clothes. Officer McLean, I work with Jessica. We need to speak to her right now. This is very important.
Officer McLean, do you have any credentials?
Do I? By the way, we changed clothes, but I still had an ID and maybe...
I mean, you probably kept your ID on you, I would assume. Yeah.
Your badge.
I will just slip
Your
it
badge.
on the counter.
Yeah. Yeah, he relaxes a bit. He takes his hand off of his gun and he takes your credentials and he uses the phone and he dials the number. And he kind of turns away from the two of you to make this phone call. You can hear him say, Miss Enzio, there's a...
It's about a job she gave us. It's very important. We found something.
Sir, please. And yeah, you can hear him whispering into the phone and he's nodding. And you hear the whoop whoop of the other officers outside. And he kind of looks around, but then goes back to the phone. He looks a little wide-eyed. And yeah, he looks at your ID and he's looking at the phone. Are you guys watching the door to see if anybody's coming in?
I think Toby
Sometimes.
just has his eyes going everywhere, like frantically, but they keep coming back to the door.
Okay. The door is made of glass, and so when you look out, you can see that there is a police car that parks in the parking lot. And getting out of the police car, Toby, you've been arrested a number of times. I think you would recognize Deputy Mayor, Brent Mayer. He's a younger guy. He's a real go-getter. He's might have roughed you up a couple times. He's very ambitious. And you also see Deputy McLean, Carol.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tug on Dwayne's shirt and tilt my head in the direction of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Darting in glare, and I'm just hoping that we are going to get through before I have to face them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The security guard hangs up the phone and he passes you back the credentials and he gets up without any real rush. And he says, all right, she said she will go and see you. And yeah. So he takes his key card and he buzzes at one of the doors. And he says, she's on the 6th floor. You can take the elevators. She'll meet you so you can get through the building.
Yeah, I know. Thanks. And I'm rushing through there.
Okay. You can hear him cursing after you go into the door. And then you can also hear basically just right behind you, Deputy McLean and Deputy Mayor introducing themselves to this security guard. I don't know if you look back at all, but the elevators open in front of you.
I'm trying not to look back, just so they don't see me or don't recognize me that well.
Okay. And yeah, as you get into the elevators, you hear the security guard say, "Oh, Deputy McLean, any relation to?" And the doors close right behind you.
Close call. Close
up you go.
call.
I feel like I will have to do so much parlay when they get up.
Yeah. Wait, whatever you got to say you were in the hospital for. We're just going to say you fainted. Like,
Oh, yes, because you
yeah, we're
remember
just going
that
to say you
place.
fainted. Yeah.
Like, it would be normal for a person of 65 years of age to be faced with that odor and faint.
Yeah, we're going to say you fainted. Okay.
Yes, I fainted. You panicked. You didn't call her because
I don't have her number.
and you don't have your number. Yeah, so it's all fine. We can figure this out. Our problem is that thing right now, the main problem.
Okay. You have just enough time to say that as the elevator dings and opens to the 6th floor. As it opens, you see Jessica Enzio with her arms crossed and looking incredibly impatient and annoyed. But Dwayne, you've met with her before. She kind of always looks like that. She always looks like that people are a nuisance to her.
Because they probably are.
They probably are. She looks at the two of you with her arms crossed, says, "So, you have something to tell me?"
Miss Enzio, that a lot of shit had happened, but there are people that are to kill you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You don't seem as surprised as other people would be.
Well, in my line of work, people are always out to kill you, I guess. Look, it does us no good to speak in the elevator here. Come with me to my office. And she starts to walk.
I'm just darting a quick glare at Toby to just assess his mental situation, probably, before following.
Oh, Toby's Toby is following, but his eyes are just going crazy. Like he's looking for something, but it is not seeing what he needs to be seeing. Like he's looking for a invisible threat in the air. Like he looks paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Not surprising at all.
So, I'll let the two of you decide for yourselves, for Dwayne and Toby. Would seeing Jessica Enzio in person require a keep it together after everything that you've experienced?
I feel like not yet, but if the moment that she starts to exude something supernatural, this will hit like a truck. For now, Dwayne has been just putting all of these things into his I will think about it tomorrow box, and he tries to ignore the fact that he saw this woman transform into some blob in the window. But if something reminds him of that, that would be devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the same for Toby. As long as she continues to look normal, he's gonna be fine. But the moment that
Okay.
stops, yeah.
We want to be lied to.
Of course.
Yeah.
The lie is more palatable than the truth, obviously.
Yes.
So I will say that as you are walking, following her to her office, I'm going to say Dwayne, actually. Toby, you don't feel this yet. But Dwayne, you feel a little uneasy in your stomach. Well, this is a different uneasy than what you were feeling before. This is your stomach feels weird. And you feel like you have some heartburn, some indigestion. You're feeling a slight burning that just started when you are around Jessica.
Well, she did say that we will know what to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
And she did say it would be better if we would be doing whatever we will know to be doing nearing sunrise, but it's not necessary. Do I feel what I need to do with this?
Not quite. It hasn't made itself apparent yet. It just feels like it knows that she's near.
All right. And I'm just looking if Toby has changed in expression in any way, hoping that he's feeling the same thing.
Nope.
No, not at this point.
All right. Well, he is maybe a tougher guy. He's younger. He's tougher. We'll get to him eventually, probably. Hopefully.
So Jessica leads.
I don't know what to do, but I'm hoping on something instinctual rather than conscious.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, nothing. You don't feel like you have to do anything at this point. It just feels you can feel whatever it is that she did to you. It is making itself known. So you walk into her office. She leaves the door open for you. She immediately goes behind her desk and sits down. Just very casual. It looks like, again, she always has an annoyed look on her face, but she is acting easy and casual. She says, close the door behind you, please.
I would.
Mm-hmm. You both may sit. So her office is quite large. She has the corner office. You can see the windows, the corner windows, the ones that she was looking out earlier. Her office is very tastefully decorated. The carpet is actually a sort of beige and very clean. She's got leather furniture, like a couch and a chair around a table. She has her desk, which is like a large sort of oak desk, very fine wooden desk. She has a computer, There's really nice chairs behind her desk for her guests to sit at. She's got a very nice wooden cabinet to the side of her desk. It's sort of like behind her desk where she holds whatever office stuff, I guess, she has in there. And then, just various tasteful decorations. It's sparse and clean. I think that's all you need to really know about it at this point. So, yeah, she sits behind her desk. She asks you both to sit. So, tell me, what have you found out?
Toby would shakily hand her the paper with the symbol on it so she could see the symbol of the cult.
Yeah. She reaches over and takes the paper and looks at it.
I feel like you knew that we will find it out, that thing, and well, we did.
She raises her eyes from the paper.
There are people in this town, some sort of a cult, that want to come over here tonight and murder you. And I have no idea how many of them are there, but they are very, very serious. You gotta hide somewhere.
You say that this cult wants to murder me. What kind of
this is
cult
obviously something religious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, to look at that thing, it's obviously something, I don't know, pseudo religious or something. I'm not sure what they exactly believe. But I know that they want to do something very, very bad with you tonight. Murder you, to be exact.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, who is in this cult? Who's in charge of this cult? And why did this Wilson kid shoot up a school? Was he part of the cult?
Man, listen, we had one suspect by the name of Eric. He kept talking. I mean, and then Toby's just gonna look at her. We saw a lot of, I don't even know if you'll believe us. We saw a lot of very weird stuff. The last thing we got from Eric was the name of a woman, the name Grace. I can't even explain to you all the stuff that we saw because I'm not even sure if it's real myself. And I know that sounds crazy. But it's the truth. That's all I can tell you. Oh my God, they're gonna lock me up.
We followed these leads. We found out that Eric was probably the part of this cult. He was worshipping some sort of a woman named Grace. That he's not alone. There are people in this town who do the same thing. And that they are set onto killing you for some reason. Something to do with this anarchy sort of an idea, eat the rich or something along those lines. And Miss Cinzio, they are brainwashed to the brim. They are not going to stop. And it seems like there is a lot of them in this town. They will just rush this place. I mean, you should be misplaced somewhere so they don't find you.
She looks at the both of you as you're telling her this. She really just looks back and forth between you. You don't see anything on her face. You don't see any reaction really on her face. She has taken the symbol and placed it face down on her desk. And at that moment, her telephone rings. You two hold right there. And she answers the phone. Yes. They are here. For what reason? I see. I'll be right down. And she hangs up. Dwayne, your daughter seems to be here in an official capacity. Why is that?
I'm not sure. I haven't spoken to her since a couple of days ago.
She seems to want to speak to one of my lawyers, Catherine Nell. Do you recognize that name?
The player doesn't. But do tell me, does Dwayne recognize it?
I would say no, you don't recognize this name.
And he doesn't really answer, but by the confusion on his face and how his cogs are turning as he's trying to recollect this name, I feel like she could figure it out.
Actually.
No.
Initially, you say that you don't recognize this name. But now that you've thought about it, the name Nell, you do recognize. It was a name in the report that your daughter was working on of all the vandals, the vandalizing the houses with the symbol. You remember it was a Scott Nell, not Catherine.
I'm waiting maybe a couple of seconds to see whether or not she will just change the subject.
Mm-hmm.
And if she doesn't, well, me and Tilby decided to be as truthful as we can, minus the fact that we made a deal with Grace. So if she doesn't change the subject, I will actually admit that I've recognized the surname. It was somewhere on the periphery.
So, yes, she looks at you. And she says, well, you will have to excuse me for a minute as I need to speak with your daughter and another deputy. Shall I tell her you're here?
I would rather that you not, because she's going to be worried about the cult and whatnot, and I don't want her to go through it again and kill other people. It's better that I do that if they storm the building.
Mm-hmm. Suit yourself. She gets up from the desk and walks out the door. And you two are alone in her office.
And I'm standing up and starting to pace around. Initially, aimlessly. But then I guess I'm starting to look at whether or not she's keeping any weaponry besides her. But given our experiences, maybe that search for normal weapons or, panic buttons or whatnot is turning into looking for other occult-like things and symbols.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like the one Toby showed her.
Right. So that's what you're doing, Dwayne. Toby, what are you doing?
Can I go to the door and try to listen out, like try to hear bits of the conversation? I don't know if she went down or if they're just outside, but I do just want to try to eavesdrop.
Okay. I will give this to you without a roll. So, did you do this like right as she left? Basically ran. Yeah.
As soon as the door closed, I was getting up to go over.
Okay. So Dwayne's pacing around and then maybe taking a look at her desk and other things that she has around. Toby, you go to the door, and right after she closes it, she actually speaks to somebody. Make sure that they don't leave my office. I'll be on the 4th floor for some time. They are not to leave. You understand me? Use whatever force necessary. And you hear a very gruff voice saying, "Yes, ma'am."
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear heels clicking down the hallway and the elevator.
Yeah, I'll go over to Dwayne as soon as I hear that. She's going to the 1st floor. She has somebody posted outside to keep us here. She said she's going to be there for a while. She doesn't want us to leave for some reason. I think she knows more than she's letting on. I think she's going to try to hold out on the 4th floor is what I'm getting from that.
Well, we have time to wait out. The 4th floor isn't that far off from here. If she's even going there. Actually going there. If we want to be inconspicuous, we need to actually wait for her here, but if we feel that something's wrong, then maybe going down for her would be the better option.
She told the person outside to use as much force as needed to keep us inside.
Well, then we know what we're dealing with. That's just one person or a group.
I heard one gruff voice saying yes, basically.
So what do you want to do with this? Because I'm all for waiting for her until it's close to maybe 3.
Text your daughter, man. If she's on the 4th floor with your daughter, maybe text to see what's going on down there.
Is it such a great idea to get her
leaving
involved?
Her in the room with your daughter. Your daughter's already here.
I'm just hoping that as long as Carol isn't aware of what this lady is, she's safe.
No. Okay, then I hope the same then.
Okay.
Well, since we're here, I'll start snooping around as well.
Sure. Um. Yeah, let's have you both roll investigation if you're snooping around then. Or you can. Nah. Yeah. Both of you can roll an investigation.
I got a 14. Oh,
I
holy
got a
shit.
17.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. So, you don't find any weapons. You do see on her phone, she does have a red button, which could potentially be to call security. I mean, Dwayne, you've been in this office before. You know that everything is very neat, very tidy. Her desk doesn't look like she was actually doing any work. There's no pens or pencils out. Her keyboard is perfectly centered on her, on her calendar mat. Her computer isn't even on, actually. Everything is put away and neat and tidy. It looks like she was just in here, not working. Her desk has some drawers, but they are all locked, it seems. The cabinet that is sort of on the wall behind her desk is also locked.
Decorations. It's like a big theater. I'm looking at Toby and asking me, are we going to break into her stuff or are we not?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Yeah. Let's do it.
You guys can also ask your questions if you would like to, or you can just start trying to break into her stuff.
I'll ask questions first. Um, what is my gut feeling about what I'm investigating?
Yeah. As Dwayne, I don't know if Dwayne said what he said out loud.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah. You get the feeling, your gut tells you that Dwayne is correct. This office is decoration. This office is, she doesn't actually use this office as a place to work, if she even does any work. Again, the only thing that looks out of place on her desk is that piece of paper with the symbol on it that she placed face down. Otherwise, it looks like nothing is used. She's not here to run the business, it seems.
Yeah, I think you're right. This room is for display only. And there's yeah, it's not here for work.
And Dwayne is kind of already having one of his hands on the table and another on the handle of the drawer, ready to just yank it out. He's looking at Toby and goes, "Is there any point to even do this, you think? Or we will find just these decorations over and over?"
I mean, we can break open just one, but I get the vibe that this office, yeah, this isn't used for anything. Wait, actually, let me ask my second question.
Okay.
How can I find out more about what I'm investigating?
I wanted to ask the same question, but I'm not sure what I'm investigating even.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, you could break into some of the drawers or the cabinet if you would like to. Yeah, otherwise, I mean, you could try to turn on her computer. Yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're too stressed to think.
I'm anxious. I'm not thinking straight. Okay, yeah. Let's let's open up the laptop first, I think, then try to break open the desk. Cause breaking it open might make noise that draws attention. So you probably want to try the laptop first, then I mean the computer first, then go for the drawer.
I let go of the drawer.
Okay. I turn on the computer.
Mm-hmm. It boots up, and there is not even any password protection. There's no wallpaper. There's no files really, except for the default files that come on the computer. The computer is empty.
Oh yeah. I don't even think this is our office. I think this is just where she received us at. I don't think this is her actual office.
It's a fucking throne room, is what it is.
Yeah. Um, I'll I'll break open a desk unless you want to do it.
Be my guest.
I'll break open just one.
Okay. You can easily pull it open. You guys did very well on your investigate rolls, so yeah, you're able to give it a good pull, and the lock is not anything to write home about. And yeah, it opens, and it's a file drawer, and there's blank files in there. It's just some dividers and some manila folders, and there's nothing in there.
This is a waste of time, and I'll just slam it back into place. Yeah, this room is a throwaway. This is a throwaway room. This it's just a front.
It's like being in some sort of IKEA.
I mean, it's better than textureless walls and floors.
I feel like it's the same level.
Nah, that was worse.
Was it, or was it worse because we had some sort of a creature with a rifle running after us?
I mean, it was bad even before we found him in the game.
Yeah, fair enough. Just feel like it's different shades, but still of a blank.
Wait, what are we doing here? I mean, are we waiting to see if anything kicks off? Like what's the game plan here?
Well, we need to wait a little bit for her anyway. So if she spends an hour or two downstairs talking to Carol, then that's fine.
Okay.
It would be best if she returned from there and hopefully without anyone else.
All right. Well then, I'll take my seat.
You know, since I was looking around, if we had to actually break free out of this IKEA cell, there's only one way out. Well, aside for the windows.
Right.
Right. There's one door in or out, and the windows don't even look like they open. They just look out to Devonsport. Not to mention that you're on the 6th floor, which is very high up. You would not survive the fall.
Well, it seems like if we have to go, that the confrontation with the man outside would be inevitable. By the way, when we came in, was there a man outside?
No, you didn't see a man outside when you came in.
Great, she summoned a person, so chances are that one isn't a human as well.
As you guys are talking, you hear the elevator ding, and you hear the click-clack of high heels coming closer.
Looking at the time again.
It's getting closer to midnight.
And before she enters, I will lean over to Toby and just whisper, "You didn't feel anything right around here?" And I'm pointing at where I felt that heartburn.
No. Did I? No.
No.
Maybe it's just me then.
Maybe. Just to be clear, I would have turned the computer off and
Okay.
closed the
hopefully
desk back as much as I could.
Okay. Yeah. The door opens, and the security guard, who is a very, very large, hulking man in a black suit, he steps inside first, holds the door open for Jessica, and he closes the door behind her while staying inside. And she says, "I need the two of you to tell me everything that you know about the ritual, please." Jessica Inzio stands in front of you. And she is normally, again, she doesn't show a whole lot of emotion most of the time, besides annoyance. But now she seems to be not frantic, but demanding. And she asks you, what is this ritual, and you need to tell me every single thing about it, or else.
It seems here we were trying to tell you before. We don't know much. We know that there's a group of people, probably in some sort of religious cult. They're going to try to kill you tonight. There was some mention of a ritual, but I have no idea what they're going to do with it. For all I know, they're going to...
Eric had a whole bunch of those symbols carved into his body, but he was dead, so I don't know if he died doing a ritual, but that's the only ritualistic thing I could say of note, was him having the symbol carved into his body everywhere.
We don't really know what you might need to know above the fact that you're in danger.
Mm-hmm.
It has been a very, very long investigation, an extremely long story.
She looks at the both of you with a very piercing look. Toby, at this point, you start to feel this sort of burning, indigestion type of feeling in your stomach and in your chest. It's very uneasy. You don't know exactly... This isn't exactly the feeling that you think it is in order to, use the weapon that she gave you. But you do feel it. It is making itself known.
Yeah, I think Toby will just frown to himself and grit his teeth as he feels this burning pain, I guess, in his chest. But other than that, he won't say anything.
Okay.
And I guess in an attempt to kind of draw out time, Dwayne will say something like, look, it's been a long investigation. I don't know what you might need, but if you need to, we can tell you everything from the beginning until the end, but it will take time and you might need some sort of protection. If you do need that story...
Not only will it take time, I don't even know if you'll believe us. Like I said before, a lot of it sounds crazy.
What I'm trying to say, it's going to be so fucking long and unbelievable that you might as well take a seat and just, I don't know, ready to call an ambulance or whatever.
She looks at you. And says, the two of you really don't know anything, do you?
Am I supposed to?
I'm not surprised that you don't know anything, young man. I can smell her stench on you, all over you. But you, Dwayne, I'm surprised how idiotic you are right now. You know nothing about this ritual. You're letting the ritual just be done out in Devonsport. You're letting people be killed on behalf of Grace of the fucking whore?
I have no idea what this ritual intends, except for the fact that there's a group of people that think that going through this ritual and then murdering you is some sort of a grace, pardon the pun.
She starts to actually laugh at you. And when she laughs, it starts out as a woman's laugh, but by the end of it, you start to hear a hint of a deeper, more guttural cackle of a person or a being much larger than who is standing in front of you. Oh, Dwayne, you are so stupid. So stupid. You know, and she starts to pace around her office. Maybe not pace, just walk around. And the bodyguard gets closer to the two of you. He doesn't touch you or anything, but he just moves a step or two closer. Dwayne, rituals, by their very nature, require sacrifice. The sacrifice is citizens of Devonsport. My lawyer, one of them, downstairs, Catherine Nell, her husband was gutted and strung up by his neck on his boat. Sacrifice. I have been feeling the itches, the how can I explain it to humans? I've been feeling the goings on of Grace all evening. And these things are getting stronger. Whoever this cult is, they are killing people on behalf of Grace. And it's making her stronger. I am not going to be killed by this cult. I can assure you of that. This ritual is not to kill me.
Well, what is it for then? Because they were very sure about that.
Look, we have absolutely no... You're correct on one thing. We have absolutely no time to get into the workings of the world that the two of you, frankly, would not understand. All I can say is this. Grace has... I don't know what she said to the two of you. I know you talked to her. Again, I can smell her stink on you.
We're
the both
not
of
hiding
you.
that.
Then you should know what she intends to do. She intends to move in here. She wants to seek some sort of revenge on me. Whatever. Ridiculous. But in doing so, she's going to cause a lot of harm in Devonsport.
Dwayne is trying not to think about the fact that one of the symbols was on Toby's uncle's door right now.
Oh, don't worry, because Toby's already thinking about it.
Yes, but
So
he's still going like, it's rich of you to say that we are stupid, or I am stupid, because you trained me that way. Since when you care about the lives of other people? You trained me, you taught me that only you matter, and now when you're in danger, and I know you're in danger, I leave all of that behind to come here to warn you and to try to save you, and you're still unhappy. What the fuck do you want?
Officer McLean, I don't care about individuals here. If an individual is causing trouble in the machine, then we need to get rid of that individual. Or, in this case, individuals. The machine of Devonsport works. It runs beautifully. It's gorgeous. It is making everybody in this town prosperous. And now we have little edges, pieces of debris mucking up everything for everybody. So no, I don't care about individuals. I care about the prosperity of Devonsport. And that is in jeopardy because of what is happening. Now, the two of you are going to help me. You are on Grace's good side, I assume. You made some sort of deal with her or whatever?
Well, she tried to.
I made one a long time ago.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Deals with a creature like her are basically meaningless. They're not binding, they're nothing. Now, this ritual, if it is what I believe it is, she is going to come to Devonsport. And it seems like the ritual has gone on long enough to where she's going to do that regardless of what I'm doing now. If you can get close to her and help me, then we might be able to salvage what is left of this town and bring it back to prosperity.
I cannot believe that you might actually trust whatever bullshit we have experienced or that Grace said. But according to her, whether we stand in her way or not, and whether the ritual succeeds or not, you are going to die. And that is what bothers me. This certainty doesn't come from nothing.
Dwayne, it's really It's really unfortunate that I can't explain to you the actual workings of the world, the universe, what you call reality. I am not going to die.
After what I've seen in Seattle, I don't even want to know. I just want to do my job. And right now it's going to shit because there's a group of people who are probably going to barge into here, led by who knows what, some sort of a burned down prostitute, and try to do something horrible with the person who's hiring me.
Dwayne, you really and truly do not need to worry about me. And at this point, she goes to the other side of her desk and she lifts up both of her arms and sends them crashing down on her large, sturdy wooden desk. It explodes into just shrapnel and shards of wood. There's even some sparks from the laptop. Everything, the pieces of it go everywhere. And she stands back up and sort of wipes her hands off, straightens her pantsuit. I don't need protecting from elderly police chiefs and their little drunken assistants. Okay?
I wish I
So
was
how
drunk.
about you go off and actually do a job that you can do and stop this cult from killing more people and making Grace more powerful?
Is this the moment where we should roll keep it together?
Absolutely, it is.
Oh, I'm cooked. 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually did it. That's so crazy.
Hey.
I thought it was going to be bad.
Okay. We'll start with Toby. Tell me what you choose and how you're feeling about this.
I think I'm obsessed. She keeps mentioning to not be worried about her dying, and I think I'm thinking about I'm thinking about Eric, who died but wasn't dead. So I don't know. I think he's obsessed with with this idea of death not being important, because it seems like people still go on after death. It seems like death isn't a definite end. Like it just seems like, and I think maybe that's the reason why he did so well with this keep it together, because it's like, if death isn't a definite thing, then maybe this got a little easier. Maybe even if this doesn't turn out well, there'll be more to my story, I guess.
Okay.
And I think he's just staring at her, and he's just staring at her.
So I think I'll have you mark a +1 relation to Jessica Inzio.
Gotcha.
This doesn't necessarily mean that you are buddies by any means. But it does mean she holds information that you have become obsessed with, and maybe at some point you can learn that information from her. But that does require her to be alive in order to do so. Or,
Yeah.
I guess, here in Devonsport and alive. Okay. So, Toby, I imagine you just looking wide-eyed, but maybe not necessarily scared. You're kind of more in awe of Jessica Inzio. Would that be accurate? Toby?
Can you repeat that? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem. So when she explodes the desk, you're looking at her more in awe than in fear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So, Dwayne, you failed very badly.
Yes.
Where are you at on the stability board?
I am at shaken, so I'm not that bad. Just
Okay.
3 points of damage.
I see. Well,
Now it's
yeah,
turning bad, right?
it is going to turn bad. I will give you a -4 stability loss for this. And basically what this means, and you can act this out however you want to, but internally, that box of stuff that you are going to deal with later, it is knocking and pounding against the lid of that box. All that stuff in there, it is threatening and fighting to get out. It is basically causing your brain to sort of pulsate with things that you don't want to think about. And this is another one where you knew there was something going on with Jessica Inzio, and you just didn't want to face it. And now she has shown you exactly what you didn't want to see. And whatever you want to add to that.
This maybe is going to be a curious little request. But
Okay.
given where I'm at stability-wise now, which is almost broken, almost, I don't think that he has the strength to actually hold that box closed. So all of this is going to pour out. He has no idea what Jessica is. He has no idea what Grace is. He is not happy about either of them. If it was his choice, he would get rid of both of these women to just live in peace. But that's not an option for him. He knows that he owes Jessica a lot, or rather she can hold a lot over his head. Grace doesn't hold over his head as much. So he is, of course, shocked. He's terrified. But also this makes him deeply irrational and maybe just almost getting into some sort of berserk moment. Would this be a good moment to maybe try to see through illusion, however badly I can do that, to actually understand what that thing inside of me is, and how can I throw whatever it has onto Jessica right now?
Excellent. I like that. So, yes, you can see through the illusion. You do get a -2 modifier to that because of this, because of your strong emotions right now, your what is happening to you, you are feeling your inside sort of burning. It's incredibly painful now.
Question. Irrational gives -2 to keep it together, but +1 to see through illusion. That means I give myself -2, so with +1 is -1.
-1, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I cannot place the modifier, so it's 10, but with -1 it will be 9.
Okay. So that is a fail. Now,
partial success, I think.
is 9 still? I thought 9 was.
I forgot.
Yeah. 9 is. Yeah. 9 is the first number of fail.
Dang it.
Unfortunately. So you. Yes. Your stability after seeing this goes down. All of these things in your head start to flood out. All the times that you've met with Jessica Inzio and things didn't feel right. All the times that you've done things for her that made you feel dirty. All the times that you've spoken to your daughter, Carol. Or rather, all the times she has spoken to you about how frustrated she is with the amount of corruption in Devonsport. Not realizing that her own father is responsible for much of it. All of this floods out. All of this circles in your mind. Your stomach and your insides burn and bubble. And Toby, as you're standing next to Dwayne in awe of Jessica Inzio, for some reason you feel like you should tear your eyes away from her and look at Dwayne. Dwayne is looking terrible. He starts to sweat. He looks like his face is, he looks like he's in such pain. Dwayne, what you see is you see Jessica Inzio's facade melt away. And she morphs back into this humongous, hideous creature that you saw in the window earlier in the night. And as soon as you see that, everything that was inside of you starts to eject. You violently vomit. It is black. It is disgusting. It smells putrid. And you vomit this all over Jessica Inzio. As you were vomiting, it hurts. It is incredibly painful. Feels like everything inside of you is being burned or ejected. And
good.
So, Dwayne, you do suffer a serious wound for this.
How do I write it down?
Just write it on the...
No, I
see
mean,
where-
I know where to write it down.
Oh.
What do I put there?
I mean, burned insides.
Yeah. There we go.
Something along those lines. You don't quite know exactly what's wrong with you, but it does not feel good. Everything comes out. And I would say you probably fall to your knees in pain.
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
I'm too old for this.
Toby.
Yeah.
What do you do when you see Dwayne do this? Or what are you thinking if you can't do anything?
Yeah, because I want to help my friend, but I have to be focused on the danger as well. So I think I'm trying to see Jessica's reaction to this. But I'm also not forgetting about the guy that's in the room with us as well. So I think I got to keep my eyes on these two.
Okay.
Hopefully he's distracted with the bile.
So, Dwayne, you finish with your projectile vomiting. Toby, I think you rolled well enough that you can keep scanning the room. Dwayne does look like he's in a lot of pain. Jessica is covered in this black viscous goo. She gives a guttural, blood-curdling scream that oscillates from female screaming to sort of animal screaming. Some smoke starts to rise up from her skin. And Toby, you think you see her. It looks a little bit like a glitch. She goes from woman being burned to giant monster being burned, but it's just a split second that maybe she can't hold her facade. She's grabbing her face and covering her eyes, and she says, kill them now. And she goes back to screaming. The bodyguard is starting to reach for his gun.
I want to try to tackle him before he can do that.
Okay.
I want to get this guy down.
Yeah. Let's have you roll a violence, please.
$16.
That
Not
is
bad.
successful. Yeah. So, tell me what you do.
As soon as she says that, I think I immediately turn and just full on charge at the guy, full body check him to the ground. I'm trying to have it so I end up on top, and I'm pinning him down so I can attempt to start getting the gun away from him, basically.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah, you do that. You rolled very well. You charge at him, you get on top of him, and he is not a normal security guard. He is very trained, and he is very large. So he is fighting you pretty hard for this gun.
Yeah.
Dwayne, you come back to your senses. The wave of intense pain has subsided for the time being. You are still in pain, but you are able to function even at lesser capacity. But if there's anything you would like to do, you can let me know.
Definitely. Because you do say that I come to my senses, but my senses tell me that I'm very irrational at the moment. So what little senses there are, Dwayne just kind of looks up after this burning sensation. He probably doesn't see much through the tears on his eyes. And he sees that lady holding onto her face, barely looking at us, with the command for the bodyguard to kill us both. And what he wants to scream at her is the question, "What the fuck are you?" But all that comes out of his throat is just incoherent babbling. So instead, he just darts from his own place. The woman was standing on the other side of the table that's no more. So somewhere behind her, there should be a window. And he's doing practically the same thing as Toby did. He just tries, as long as she's not looking and she's distracted, to slam into her through the window. And in his delusion, after what he's seen to destroy at least one monster this way.
Okay. Interesting.
He's not thinking straight, I know.
Certainly. Well, I will give you a choice as to whether you want to use violence or act under pressure for this move. Because you are not trying to hurt her necessarily yourself, but you are trying to push her out of the window. That's the plan here.
Yes, maybe with myself, maybe without. That's on you.
Okay. Okay.
Technically, dice-wise, acting under pressure is more profitable for me. But I do feel like this is more of an act of violence from him rather than daring.
Sure.
Because acting under pressure is, at least for me, it's more like you're trying to keep your head cool, even in stressful environment. And he's not trying to keep it cool.
Okay.
It's the opposite.
Sounds good to me.
So, I am sorry for whatever comes next, Toby.
Oh my god. Didn't even ask for help.
That's a 12.
Okay. Well. I have a very hard choice to make here. So, okay. You tell me what you do, and I'll let you know what the consequences of that are.
So he has fallen onto his hands and knees after this vomiting. And he's not thinking straight, he's not seeing well. However, he understands that there's the target that needs to go down, and he is in the right position to have a good low start. So Dwayne is darting forward, trying to kind of shoulder Jessica somewhere in the stomach area. And maybe push her out of the window, or if it's not enough, then use his own weight to just jump out with her. Maybe somewhere deep inside, his hopes are that if he has to jump out, then he saw that this thing is actually huge and maybe he will land more safely. But that's somewhere very, very deep on the back of his mind, because right now it's more of a berserk moment. This is a monster. It is distracted. It needs to die.
Okay. So, you do that, and I will tell you the consequences of that in a minute. First, we're going to quickly go back to Toby, who is trying to wrestle the gun from the security guard. And instead of having you roll again, I think what's going to happen is Dwayne is pushing off and he's in a grapple with Jessica Enzio, who is covered in this black goo. You are in a grapple with the security guard and going after his gun. As both those things are happening, the door to Jessica's office suddenly bursts open. And it's Carol and Deputy Mayor. That distracts the security guard enough. Toby, you are able to grab the gun. They are yelling with they have their guns drawn. They just heard a blood-curdling scream in the building. They have their guns drawn, and they're telling everybody, get on the floor, stop, this is the police. Toby, right as you grab the gun, you see Carol's face in shock as she sees her father push Jessica Enzio out of the window. The window breaks, and she falls from the 6th floor down to the street. Dwayne, you almost go with her, but you are able to catch yourself. And I would like you to do an endure injury to see if you cut yourself on glass or if something else happens to you. And that's going to be a minus.
Yeah, how much?
I'm going to call this 2 harm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a failure.
It is a failure. So you tell me. You get a choice as to what happens to you.
I forgot that this is me who's choosing that.
It is.
Given the circumstances, all 3 options are the same. If I'm knocked out, then I'm falling out of the window and I'm dying. If I receive a critical wound, it's probably the same as I'm dying, and I can die. But I feel like for dramatic purposes, a critical wound that might give Dwayne maybe like a few minutes to understand what happened and maybe get the last word to his family and loved ones would be best.
Okay.
So he can cut himself, or he may just fall down and break everything that's not broken already.
Okay. I actually prefer that you don't fall out the window, but
Right.
you pushed her out. The glass shatters, and we'll just pretend that this was not safety glass that was installed here. The glass shatters, and your momentum carries you basically over the ledge, and you almost fall with her. And as you get up, you realize that you basically impaled yourself on a piece of glass that didn't break off the ledge. You're bleeding profusely from the stomach. The blood that's coming is a mix of actually red and black. And you're also, you just wrestled with Jessica out the window. You are also covered in this burning, acidic, black fluid. Carol puts her gun away and runs to you. Toby, you grab the gun from the security guard. And he also just saw this whole thing happen, and he heard the police. So at this point, he's staying down. What are you doing?
If he's staying down, I'm getting up. I have the gun trained on him. I'm not shooting anything because the police are here. I'm walking over to the window to see if Jessica is on the ground.
Mm-hmm. You walk over as your gun is trained on the security guard. The other deputy that came in with Carol, he still has his gun in his hand, but he's dropped it at this point. He's kind of looking around, confused. He's like, what the fuck just happened? He literally says that just to the room.
Yeah. Once he asks that question, I'll be like, she ordered that dude over there to kill us. He attacked us. She's related to the murders happening in town. I'm just gonna try to pin this on her. I'm just gonna try to pin this on her to make it seem like we're, in the right for the actions we are taking. And I'm just gonna look out the window to check if her body is still on the ground.
Okay. As you move over to the window, Dwayne and Carol are there. Carol is now hovering over Dwayne, and she's like, Dad, where have you been? Oh my God, just stay. And she takes off her jacket and she puts it on your wound, and she starts to speak into her radio for an ambulance.
All Dwayne can do right now is, understanding that his daughter's here, is just to babble something like it had to be done, And maybe that hints to Toby that he's better to come up with something, because this man
I'm about
is going to tell everything. He's not shut up, or he's not dead.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, and I'm like, you probably noticed that her lawyer, that you were just questioning her about, has passed. A lot of the people on your list who have been graffiti are connected to her. And one of them including my uncle Philip Dapperton. Yeah. She basically put us on this case, and we've been able to connect the graffitis to this group who seem to be working with her. I mean, I think this is, two rich people going against each other, sending people after each other. She has information about the people controlling them, and we came here to like question her about it, basically. I guess we got too deep into the case and she tried to have us silenced. When you came in, that man was attacking us. I tackled him, and Jessica and your father had been grappling.
Carol is looking at you. She's trying to hold her father's insides inside of him still. He is profusely bleeding. She's looking at you.
Yeah. Your father was already injured a few days earlier, and this is obviously taking a toll on him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We were in Seattle on a case, and he was injured. We came back because we had information. We came to confront Jessica, and she was about to have us killed.
She goes back to the radio on her shoulder, like, where is that goddamn ambulance? She's just starting to become hysterical at this point.
Okay.
She is crying. And Toby,
really,
you were leaning out
for the other officer.
Okay. The other officer.
It's really for the other officer.
Okay. The other officer, the deputy here, he's a young guy. He's even younger than you are, Toby. He actually, he didn't quite understand what was happening, and he's kind of listening to your story. He ended up handcuffing the security guard, just in case. And he still has his gun in his...
I'll put the gun down.
Okay.
If he's handcuffed.
Okay. And so he's just kind of looking around, and he's equally confused. I think he's looking at Carol because she has seniority. She's crying over her father, and he is just like, he doesn't quite know what to do. Toby, you look over the side down to the pavement, down to the ground. And you see shattered glass and some spots of black liquid. But you don't see Jessica Enzio.
And Toby's just gonna curse out. He's gonna be like, fuck, she's gone. She's getting away. And he's gonna try to run out the room to go down. He's just gonna leave Dwayne with his daughter and the police officer and try to exit the situation by running after Jessica.
Okay.
But he makes sure to say very out loud that she's getting away. She's running away to make it seem like she's on the run, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
I still have the gun with me. It's in my pocket. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to race out this room to go after Jessica.
Okay. So you run out. I assume you probably take the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yeah.
You're running down. You run out of the building, and you get to the place where she would have fallen, or she did fall. And you can see that there is a bit of an outline, like of whatever this stuff is. It's certainly not blood. And You see that there is a bit of a trail that leads to basically leads into town, leads into Devonsport. She's running towards town.
I'm chasing.
You're chasing. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave you there, chasing her down. As you chase her down, you start to hear ambulance sirens approaching. Back up in the room, the deputy, and Dwayne, you overhear this even though you are probably pretty delusional. You hear the deputy say, the ambulances are here. I'm just gonna go lead them up here. And Carol, through her tears and her her franticness, she said, yes, go get them, lead them up here, get them quick. And the deputy runs out of the room. Carol looks at you, and you're still conscious at this point. She's like, what, Dad, what the hell were you doing?
In his delusion, Dwayne just heard that she's getting away. And I guess he will try to roll over, maybe stand up and try to follow Toby, however badly that would end for him, and however poorly he can do that. And
she is restraining you from doing that, absolutely. And she can. She's young enough and strong enough to keep you down. Yeah.
And he's not really sure how to condense everything that he and Toby went through into a short and coherent enough sentence, especially given his emotional distress. And he's trying a few times. He's going something like, she's getting away. She needs to go down. She's going to kill everyone. And somewhere between those lines, there is also, you need to leave Devonsport. Because in the back of his mind, there is this phrase that Jessica said, that Grace will come over and she's going to take over this city, this town. He doesn't want Carol here when that happens. So he's switching between asking her to leave and saying that Jessica needs to go down, else she kills everyone. But I don't think he's rational enough to be coherent.
No, she's only half listening to you. She might even say through her tears, Dad, you're delusional. Just stay quiet, okay? The ambulance is coming. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And
Toby.
No, I'm staying right here with you. We're gonna, and then she kind of starts talking to herself at this point. We're gonna get you a lawyer. You didn't mean to do what you did. You like, I couldn't have seen you commit murder. I didn't see, you didn't murder her, right? Like, you didn't mean to. You didn't mean to kill her.
And she says that I didn't kill her, and I'm just like, what do you mean? Is she alive?
I said, you didn't mean to kill her. She hasn't looked out to see.
Well, the player understands that, but Dwayne doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
He's just taking this at the face value, and maybe those words kind of give him a little bit more vigor to get out there and finish what he started. But I imagine that she's way stronger, not to mention that his own strength is just
Yeah.
fewer and fewer.
She is definitely able to keep you down. And she said, she keeps repeating, you didn't mean to kill her. You didn't mean to. We're just gonna say that you didn't mean to. I saw that it was an accident. It was absolutely an accident. It was an accident. At that point, the paramedics come in. Do you say anything to her before she steps away and lets them take things over?
Yes, I do. And I know what exactly I want to tell her. Because she's trying to cover up for me, just like I was covering up for Jessica, and it led me into a very, very bad place. So before the paramedics take over, I think the only actually serious thing and coherent thing he can tell Carol at that moment is going to be tell them the truth.
She looks you in the eyes when you say that. And she's kind of looking at you in disbelief. And it looks like she's about to say something, but the paramedics nicely but firmly remove her from your vicinity, and they start to work on you. They put you on a stretcher. They are able to staunch the bleeding enough to take you away to the hospital. And she, you can maybe faintly hear her calling for backup, trying to call for backup, but maybe backup isn't coming. She tells the deputy to stay here and investigate this and close the scene, and then you kind of drift off into unconsciousness.
Kill her, Toby.
Try my best.
Toby.
Mm-hmm.
You are following this trail. And the trail is getting smaller and smaller. You are able to follow it. You probably pull out your phone, or you have your flashlight still, and you're able to follow this trail with your flashlight. As best you
Flashlight in
can.
one hand, gun in the other.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You follow it away from Enzio Construction. And again, Devonsport it just has wooded areas all throughout. So you follow it into a wooded area. It's not a forest. It's just kind of a short wooded area before you get back into the houses and, the livable parts of Devonsport. But it is on a slight hill. Jessica Enzio built Enzio Construction as a way, as sort of a looming building over Devonsport. So as you emerge from this wooded area, you're on a hill overlooking all of Devonsport. And the last little bits of her trail sort of disappear at this point. But the trajectory is towards the town. And as you look over the town, you see a thick fog, not in the town, but just above it. It seems to be right over your head. You see smoke rising from a couple different areas, as if there are fires. You can see blue and red flashing lights in multiple places around Devonsport. And finally, you see a white horse with a bloody handprint on its side run across your vision and run back into the forest. I want to ask you for the last time this evening, what do you want to do?
I think he's so lost right now. He's seen the smoke. He saw the horse. He's going to try to call Ken. I think he puts the flashlight away. He tries to call Ken, the person he's doing this all for.
Yeah. At this point, it's about 1:30 in the morning. You call Ken. It rings quite a few times. But then it connects. And he answers it. He is out of breath. And it sounds like he's still running. And he's like, baby brother, what's going on? Everything good?
Tell me you didn't kill Uncle Philip.
Baby brother, I have
Is
not
Uncle
killed.
Philip dead?
No, he is not dead.
Okay. What about Ashley?
I would never lay a hand on Ashley. You know that.
Yeah, and I know that, but one of the people whose house is marked with the symbol for grace, they were killed. So I'm just asking, were you and your buddies going after the people who houses were marked and sacrificing them for the ritual? Because Uncle Philip's house was marked.
Grace requires sacrifice. Baby brother, you know this.
Ken, I don't give a fuck about People dying. I care about my people dying. Is Uncle Philip and Ashley okay?
They are okay.
All right. Then I don't care about who you sacrifice. I don't want to hear about it, but I don't. I'll leave that to you. That's for you.
So he goes a little quiet on the phone, and you can hear sort of some shuffling, and it sounds like he's stopped and he's, trying to catch his breath. Look, I don't have a lot of time to talk, but yes, Uncle Philip's house is marked.
Are they gonna try to kill him?
We have to. She needs to come here and cleanse the town. It needs to be done. He's part of the corruption. You have to see that.
He doesn't even know what's going on.
You really think that? You really believe that he doesn't know anything?
Not anything supernatural that's going on. No, I don't think he knows. Do I think he knows about fucked up corruption in the police force? Yes, I think he knows about that. I think he knows about people dying on Jessica's order. I don't think he knows about the supernatural civil war going on in Davenport.
I don't expect him to know about that, obviously, but his hands are not clean.
Your hands aren't clean. You fought in a war. Your hands aren't clean. Why do you get to change, but Uncle Philip doesn't?
Listen, we're not going to touch Ashley. She is not part of this.
Right. You promised me Ashley will not be touched. You get her out of here. He doesn't need to stay in this place.
I will tell her to leave. And I hope she does. Again, if she's at the house, we will not touch her. We will make sure that she does not get harmed. But the ritual needs to be finished. And you're either with us or against us. And how dare you bring up the war?
It's the truth.
You know.
It's the truth. We did fucked up shit. We aren't innocent people. If you can't face that, I don't know what to tell you.
Look, if you're really worried about it, you can get Ashley out of here, okay?
I will. That's all I want.
Great. But you need to be near Jessica Enzio at the end. Do what you need to do about Ashley, but you made a deal with Grace.
I know what I don't fucking tell me about making a deal with Grace. This is my first deal with Grace. I know.
Fine. Look, if you want to help Ashley, but again, you're with us or against us. And if you want to continue to let Jessica Inzio dirty up the town, you know what? You're right.
Ken,
My hands
I
are
don't
not
give
clean.
a fuck about Jessica. I don't care about Jessica Enzo. I don't care. The fact that you think that this is what this is about is ridiculous. No, I don't care about Jessica. She could die. She is gonna die. This is about me trying to protect my family. That's all it's ever been about.
Right. Well, go get Ashley then.
I will.
Look, I love you. Despite
I love
all.
you too.
If we. Yeah, just know that.
Yeah.
And he hangs up.
And there's no trace of Jessica. Just out of luck.
As you're standing there contemplating your situation, you do hear an ambulance. I mean, the street leading away from Inzio Corporation is not that far, so you do see the blinking lights and the ambulance moving on the road towards the hospital. Followed. No, it wouldn't be followed by the police car that stayed behind. But yeah, the ambulance is going to the hospital.
I don't think he's even worried about that because Dwayne is with his daughter, so he knows Dwayne will be taken care of. Is there any way to circle back and get the car we left behind, the one that was hidden?
Sure. Yeah.
I kind of want to get the car and drive back to town. I think I'm gonna send a text to Ashley as I drive. It's gonna be emergency. What's your location? The town is going to shit. Got to get you out of here. Your dad's involved with some bad people, and I just feel like you should not be in town.
You can see the dots forming as she's texting you back. She said, I knew something was up. He's acting weird. I'm at home.
Be there soon. Pack a bag. I don't want you hurt or involved in this bullshit.
Thanks. I'll be here.
All right.
Okay. And you head off towards your uncle's house. And I think we're going to stop there for tonight. And yeah. Thank you guys very much. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
you. That was great.
Thanks, everybody. And we'll see you next time for session 8. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us for this recorded actual play presented by the Illusion Horror and Con. We'd like to thank our game master, players, and all other contributors to this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this actual play. And let us know what you think of this episode in the Illusion Horror community spaces. Respectfully, of course. For more information, schedules, and future events, please visit our website and join our Discord server. Links are in the description. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.